All right, this morning in studio, braving the cold, we have three guests with us this morning. We got Joel Lemire. Joel, Foster County Extension Agent. Joel, good morning.
Good morning, Greg.
How's your morning so far?
Cold. They say you get used to this eventually, but I don't think I do anymore.
No, I know. Just gets worse and worse, it seems like, the colder it is. But all right, thanks, Joel, again for joining us. And also, we got Sam Partlow. Sam is a new board member for the NRCS. Sam, good morning.
Good morning, Greg.
And how's your morning going so far?
Same sentiment as Joel. Very cold.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Sam, for joining us as well. Sam, we'll get to you in just a second. And also Dion Schaaf joining us this morning as well, Foster County District Manager.
Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, Dion. How's your morning going?
I will join the consensus on that one, yes.
So it's cold, very cold out there. So, all right, thanks everybody for joining us. And Joel, let's start with you this morning. Joel, we're going to talk about Design Your Succession Plan. Tell us more.
Design Your Succession Plan is a program that Foster County Extension Service, along with the Eddy County Extension Service and the Wells County Extension Service, is providing again this year. This will be, probably our fourth or fifth year that we've offered this program. It's gone through some modifications and so forth, but we feel that designing your succession plan from a farm ranch family standpoint is extremely important. And some reasons for that: the average producer in North Dakota is 57 years old. The average farm ranch producer in the United States is 58 years old. So our producers that are out there are quite old. The other thing that's quite alarming: 77% of all the farm assets, land, buildings, and machinery and equipment are owned by people 70 years old plus. And that's according to our National Agricultural Statistical Service. So you can see there's a lot of assets out there that need to change hands, and a lot of older producers that eventually are going to say, it's time to retire and probably head south for the winter and enjoy some nicer weather. Another thing that's kind of alarming is that research has shown that 88% of all farm ranch families hope to pass their farm ranch on to that next generation, onto their children if possible. Unfortunately, only 30% survived that second generation, 12% survived the third generation, and 3% survived the fourth generation. So there's something missing there that doesn't really allow for successful transition of that farm ranch onto that next generation, and gives that next generation a chance to actually survive on that farm ranch. And therefore, we have Design Your Succession Plan. It's a program that meets 3 evenings. We're scheduled for January 23rd, 30th, and February 2nd. We're holding this year's program up at the Eddy County Extension Office in New Rockford. We kind of rotate. We were in Carrington 2 years ago and Wells County last year, and this year we're going to go up to Eddy County. So we're meeting at the Extension Office in Eddy County or New Rockford this year. Participants, there is a registration fee, but with that registration fee, the participants get to 3 nights of the program. We provide an evening meal all 3 nights. We provide the participants with a 3-ring binder that's full of information that relates to succession planning. And we also provide a succession planning workbook, a workbook that farm ranch families can complete and have that available when they go in and start visiting with that professional, whether it be an attorney or an accountant or an actual professional farm ranch management transition person. And we've been told that saves sometimes thousands of dollars of legal fees if you can get all that information pulled together before you get to that professional and ask that professional to help you, guide you through that process. It's a lengthy process. A good succession plan, depending on the size of the farm and the family situation, takes 5 to 10 years to put in place and to make it work effectively, to transition that farm ranch onto the next generation, to avoid the possible tax consequences and so forth. It's a pretty lengthy process. And this program is designed to get you started and hopefully get you rolling in that direction so that you can have a successful succession plan. Never too young to start is what we keep telling these producers.
And who do you recommend attending, like the owners, people they want to pass it down to, their family, that kind of thing?
Exactly right. Yeah. Ideally, it would be the owner generation, that husband, wife, or the ones that actually own the farm ranch, and at least the next generation, if they have someone identified in that next generation that they think they're going to pass that farm ranch family on. That's the ideal situation. We have found that families come into these meetings with at least 2 generations get by far the most out of it. So you're exactly right. That's what we'd like to see.
Okay. And when's that coming up again?
January 23rd, 30th, and February 2nd, Extension Office in New Rockford.
Okay, and number to call to sign up?
You can call my office, 652-2581.
Okay, sounds good. Joel, and then you also want to talk about the NDSU Field Lot School too,
Yeah,
right?
just briefly, once again, we're having our NDSU Feedlot School. We kind of act as the host and the organizer for that program. I think this is our 20th or 21st year. Our Feedlot School is really designed for anybody that's interested in an intensive course in feedlot operation. It's for cattle producers, cattle feeders, backgrounders, feed industry personnel, animal health care suppliers, and anyone else who is interested in learning more about feedlot production, nutrition, waste management, and marketing. Very intensive course. We start on January 18th at the Research Center. We start at 9 o'clock in the morning. We go throughout the entire day. We have a special meal at the Chieftain in the evening at 6:30. We have some programming after that, so we run into the evening that first day. On January 19th, then we start at 8 o'clock and we end about 3:45, 4 o'clock. So we hit it really hard for about 30 hours, 35 hours, whatever the case might be. Very intensive, but once again, open to anybody that's interested in the feeding operation or feeding of cattle. We do limit it to 25 people. We like to keep it a little smaller so we get some more networking, some more interaction between the participants. But that program is also out there and available.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Joel. Sam, you're up next. Sam Partlow, new board member for the NRCS. Sam, give us some background about yourself.
Well, I guess I was born and raised in Carrington, went to high school here, went on to NDSU and got a degree in crop and weed science. Don't know really why, because I decided to come back home and farm, but since that I've been farming with John and Jim Holth and taken on my own acres and just partnered with them. Wife and 2 kids. My wife works at Dakota Central in marketing. Her name is Brianne. 3-year-old girl named Riley and a 4-month-old named August.
Hey, cool names and very, very busy with those two,
yes.
I'm sure, too.
Very
right?
busy.
So, Sam, new duties take effect right now then, right?
Correct. I
Okay.
became a board member at the last board meeting. I was appointed during the meeting. I'm one of the 2 appointed board members, so I was just appointed by the 3 elected board members.
Okay, and do you know some of your duties coming up here are still pretty new then, huh?
Yeah, fairly new with most of this stuff. A lot of it is just looking at certain financial things that the NRCS board has to look into about, purchasing drills for no-till operations, some tree equipment, and just your general conservation practices that need to be looked at in the county.
All right, sounds good. Sam, anything else this morning at all?
I don't think so. Stay warm.
Just
All right,
a
sounds good.
little
Yep.
correction. You've been saying NRCS. NRCS is actually a federal agency.
Okay.
We're the Soil Conservation District. That's the local organization.
Okay, so Foster
So-
County Soil Conservation District. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
My apologies.
That's
All
okay.
right. That's Sam,
Everybody
new board.
gets it confused.
Right. Yep. Okay. And then, thanks, Sam. Dion, did you have anything else this morning at all?
Just a repeat from last month. This weather is actually a little overwhelming, but if you're out there and getting ideas where you want to put some living snow fence out there to stop some of the snow next time, give us a call. We're interested in helping you out.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, thanks you guys for stopping in. We appreciate that. This morning we're glad to be joined by Joel Lemire. Joel is the Foster County Soil Conservation Extension Agent. Also Sam Partlow, new board member for the Foster County Soil Conservation District, and Dion Schaff, District Manager for the Foster County Soil Conservation District. All right, that concludes another edition of Here's What's Happening